Have you ever worked off the clock, been denied overtime pay, or just not gotten paid for all the time you've worked? You're not alone. It's called wage theft, and there are about 39,000 wage theft claims in Minnesota each year. Wage theft is illegal, and it hurts workers, their families, communities, and the Minnesota economy. It also harms businesses who follow the law and pay their employees what they deserve. There are specific ways wage theft occurs that are also violations of Minnesota wage and hour law, which means you can do something about it. The Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry investigates and resolves thousands of wage theft claims every year. Let's take a look at how wage theft happens. 1. You wind up getting less than the established minimum wage. There is a Minnesota state minimum wage as well as a federal minimum and minimum wages determined by local and city ordinances. These change every year, so make sure you know the current rate. Employers are required to keep updated postings of the current minimum wage rates in their workplace. 2. Employers do not track, record, and include all the time you've actually worked in your paycheck. Maybe you don't get paid for short rest breaks. Maybe you don't get paid for time you've worked before or after your regularly scheduled hours. Maybe you came in Thursday and they didn't pay you. Whatever the reason, if you're not paid for all the hours you've worked, that's wage theft. 3. You don't get the required overtime rate after 40 hours of work per week, or 48 hours for those exempt from federal overtime law. 4. You don't get all the tips you've earned. If an employer skims tips or claims a tip credit by including your tips as part of the hourly minimum wage you've earned, that's wage theft. 5. Employers wrongly and often deliberately misclassify workers as independent contractors and don't pay the required minimum wage or overtime. 6. An employer deducts more than $50 from your pay for uniforms, does not reimburse you for travel expenses, tools, or other employment-related purchases, or makes unauthorized deductions from your pay. 7. Workers don't get all or part of the final wages due to them, including reimbursements for deductions previously made. You are entitled to all wages you have earned. When you start a new job, your employer must provide you with an employee notice. This notice will tell you how much you will be paid, when you will be paid, who owns the company you work for, and other important information. If any of these terms change while you're in your job, your employer must inform you of the change in writing. You may also request that this notice be provided in a particular language. Failure to provide this information is unlawful and may set you up for the theft of your wages. If any of these things are happening to you, take action. Protect your right to the wages you've earned. Contact the Minnesota Department of Labor and Industry at 651-284-5075. They can initiate claims based on Minnesota law to resolve the theft of your wages. Whatever you do, make sure you get paid all the wages, salary, and gratuities you deserve. You've earned them, and it's the law.